This will be the last one for 2024. And it's a special one because we're actually going to be kicking off the 12 days of broadband. This is the staff of Broadband Breakfast, or I should say the editorial staff of Broadband Breakfast.
One in six Americans was relying on the ACP to pay for that bill, and as that went away, we saw nearly more than half of people either downgraded or dropped their service. And that really became in the spotlight this year.
15 or 16 states have started taking applications under the current BEAD rules. So it's getting to the point where it would be more disruptive if one were to change the process under which projects were actually selected.
My observation about BEAD is that it's risky, and it's getting riskier by the day because these BEAD projects are going to take place in a competitive market.
We need to see more final proposals come out before it's really clear if that's like making a big impact in states. I think it's interesting in Delaware that I think it was another wireline provider who agreed to serve a number of locations under BEAD rules without financial support, which effectively it is a move effectively blocking the state from funding another provider to scoop up those areas, because the NTIA is pushing states to find coverage for every eligible location. So even if companies don't love the rules, I think there is an incentive if it's near your footprint, if there are eligible locations near your footprint that would maybe make someone more inclined to participate because you don't want someone else scooping those up.
Something else that is relevant to the USF that I think is going to be very exciting in the coming year is the contribution factor, which of course I just talked a little bit about. It's expected to rise to 37.4% in the first quarter of 2025. And there's a lot of questions going on about whether or not this is a sustainable funding mechanism. It's an ever shrinking contribution base mixed with an ever increasing contribution requirement.
As far as I know, is that Ted Cruz says number one on his agenda is spectrum.
I'm really hoping that and I don't think that it will be a big issue that he'll actually try and stop the competitive grants from going out. He made the argument that it's somehow unaligned with the Fifth Amendment because it's favoring racial minority. I just don't think that argument stands up because the digital equity programs are actually going to benefit white Americans more than minorities when you actually look at the statistics of state plans.
We reported in October that they received 700 applications representing $6.5 billion in funding requests for the $1.25 billion program. And I'm just very excited to see what form digital equity takes in the coming year.
Getting people online, getting people skilled in digital training, and just helping people unlock the digital economy that have been locked out for however long. So I think it's going to be awesome.